So what do you get when you combine 51 bananas, a 9/11 joke, and a completely crazy hippie? You get Freelee the Banana Girl. That's not even. That's not satire. It's really all characteristics that describe this girl. Okay. And now she's an innovative health coach. People just don't understand. They're not on her level. Okay. Even though she dropped out of nutrition school and she only completed some of the courses and she has no other actual form of training, she is a lifestyle and fitness coach. She's a fat shamer as well, but that's a total different topic. Let's not talk about that yet. But she just made a video a week ago. She's having a lot of trouble getting her stuff monetized. I wonder why. She likes to spread a lot of wild information, and a lot of other good YouTube producers and creators have already covered the aspects of her life coaching that's completely wrong and completely bogus. It's actually unhealthy, a lot of the stuff she goes, but I am not a fitness coach. I'm not going into this kind of stuff, okay? I'm an asshole detector, okay? Whoa, that sounds really bad. Okay, no, I don't detect assholes. I detect dickheads. Okay? Trademarked. So why should anybody give two shits that this girl's back on YouTube? Why do I care? Because she wins my prestigious award of Dickhead of the Week. Because I really think that she deserves it. Once again, we're going to go into a high retroactive dispute about veganism. And I'm not here to talk about that. I'm not here to tell you that I think one side's better than the other. In fact, some of the things that she goes over in her videos aren't necessarily bad things to do. I think that if it's what's for you, and you really believe that veganism is something that you want to live your life by, I think it's healthier. And I think there's a lot of key components that should be considered in that. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the fat shaming. We're talking about the overall lordism that her personality disputes, where if you have any other sort of aspect, any other different position, even if the nuances are small, you're a dickhead, she knows everything, and fuck you, because how dare you eat or even consider arguing with a girl who eats 51 bananas? Don't you know how fucking healthy she is? But it's just funny that this girl was sued once. She's accused of being a cyberbully. Girl's just insane. She's batshit crazy. I mean, look at some of the clips we're going to play, and you should see why. I hope that nobody is watching these videos and taking them serious, because all of the things that she brings to the table that are good, that are thoughtful, that might gain some sort of person, a positive influence in their life, are detracted by the fact that she's just a nasty, nasty, bitchy character who treats people like shit, doesn't consider any other aspects that could be, it's all or nothing. Either it's her way or it's nothing. So like I said, the first one we're going to do is probably we're going to show the fat shaming one, the Remy Ashton one, because I think that's the most prevalent one right now, especially with her. It's not even like, I get that the whole argument of fat shaming is kind of minute, right? If someone's doing something unhealthy, you are to correct it. Except who the fuck are you to correct anything? Once again, it comes down to individual choices, and who are you to put any power? And she's made multiple videos on this girl, by the way. It's not like it's just a one-time thing, so. But basically, she's just going to go over everything that this girl's doing wrong. She's uneducated, she's a slob, how dare she do this? And why her diet's so much better. Then she's going to show her book like 3 more times, because you're going to see that's a reoccurring thing in all her videos, is to try to show off her product so she can brainwash you even more. But it's one thing to try to sell your book. It's one thing to be a dickhead. But it's a whole other thing to basically just slam another YouTube producer over her weight, and to try to incorporate your sales into her weight gain and loss, and to use that as like a pivot point to say, well, hey, it's because she's not doing this. No, it's because she's struggling. And you're a fucking dickhead for trying to shill your product on the back of someone else's struggle. I think that it's duly noted that anyone who does this tends to be an asshole.
And monetize again so I can continue uploading videos to this channel, so make sure you subscribe. So today's video is a response to Miss Remy Ashton. I have made videos for Remy in the past because she's always talking about her weight, and she has done for years, her weight going up and down and round and round. So we are going to try and just iron out her weight issues once and for all with today's video. If you haven't watched my old videos on her, her. Go and check them out. I think there's 1 or 2.
She's always talking about her weight. Yeah, because people like YouTube creators, it's a more personalized experience, okay? They share their troubles with people. They're not supposed to be perfect. They're supposed to be relatable. Okay, just because she shares it doesn't mean that she wants your critique on it or your shitty idea shoved into her video. Especially she doesn't want to be, you know, reduced to her weight and nothing more. And her weight's been going up and down. It's some sort of facet point for you to show your product. So don't act, you know, like you're trying to help. Just admit that you want to sell your book and your ideas and you want people to come to you for whatever. And just be honest. Quit being a fucking shill. Just admit that you're trying to plug your product. And stop saying that it's some sort of caring trait on your part. You really want to help her, okay? Because otherwise you would make a personal video, a DM, you'd send it straight to her. You wouldn't put it on your channel and then try to sell your book afterwards. You'd just be open and honest and actually try to help her.
And this is why she isn't getting the results that she desires. And her weight is like yo-yoing for years and years and years, and it always will.
Yeah, it always will. Remember that. No matter what, she's going to struggle with her weight.
Try a lifestyle that actually does work. I mean, you don't have to even do raw to 4. You don't have to do raw to 4, but I recommend it highly because it is a high fruit lifestyle, and we are frugivores by design.
There it is. Told you it was coming. Come on, this isn't some philanthropical thing. She wants to show her product, okay? Buy this, fat ass. It's gonna help you, you fat fuck. Get off the couch, buy her raw 4, okay? Then shove it down your gullet, dude, and look like a fucking 40-year-old sex symbol, okay? I mean, it's as simple as that. Why are you so fucking dumb, dude? Why are you fat? I'm not fat. Keep in mind, though, that her range isn't limited to, like, just women struggling with their weight. Because she also likes to go after certified actual osteopaths or, you know, as some people would call certified medical practitioners. She likes to make videos on them, too, because she wants to show how right she is. You just don't understand it, okay? There's this big conspiracy about nutritional information and dietitians. They're all fucking fake, dude. It's a pharmacology. It's this some sort of pseudoscience. That's real, okay? You just don't understand it yet because your intellect level. It isn't up here, right? You're down here. You need to be up here, okay? You just don't understand her way of thinking yet. But this girl who tanks 51 bananas and shames 9/11 fat victims, you know, she gets it. So you need to catch up here. Dr. Mike, if that is your real name. I don't even think that's your real name.
I'm Dr. Mikhail Varshavsky, but most know me better as Dr. Mike. Here's everything I eat in a day.
All right, Dr. Mike, let's do it. We know you.
The first thing I do when I wake up is I grab a warm glass of water. Now, it doesn't have to be warm. It ideally has to be room temperature.
Okay, so water is great first up, but something I want to say before we really get into this is he is an osteopath, okay? So he's an osteopath, and osteopaths get about 17 hours worth of nutrition education in their 4-year degree.
So, of course, the first thing she's going to do, and this is why, again, it's unhealthy, and why I don't like her comeback, is she's going to go immediately after his credentials, okay? He's an osteopath. He has only about 17 hours of nutritional. He never did any extracurricular activity and never tried to learn nutritional value, even though he studies it and sometimes preaches it. He doesn't know anything. I know everything. Even though I didn't complete my courses, I have no exterior training. In fact, I only have one set of actual particular training. I just have, about 20 years bitching on the internet on a fucking ball. Why are you doing that? Stop it. I don't like it. It's weird. A whole video you bobbling like this. Is it uncomfortable yet? It's uncomfortable for me.
So just think about that. 17 hours. I basically studied nutrition 17 hours last month. So he doesn't know a lot about nutrition. That's what it tells us. He does know a lot about prescribing drugs. That's what essentially doctors are trained to do. So just keep that in mind. I mean, like, even if they do get a lot of training these days, like Abby Sharp, Abby Not So Sharp, you know, she did her dietitian training in nutrition, but she still is clueless.
By the way, you gotta sneak some punches in there. Even though the video is running off of another man's name and she's kind of pinging off that, she's gotta throw in Abby Sharp, right? Someone who actually has nutritional training, who's had several experiences in it. And that's her field. But once again, she doesn't know anything. This girl knows everything. She's a genius. It's okay. But quit listening to Abby Sharp, an actual nutritionist, and listen to the Banana Girl instead.
If I'm having a cheat meal lunch on the weekend, well, let's say my buddies, I like to get a food that is social. For example, pizza.
Like food, any food is social. That's really strange. I like to get a food that's social. Okay.
Love pizza. Getting an extra large pie with extra cheese, pepperoni.
Like, this guy is such a disappointment.
Pizza? Are you fucking crazy? How dare you? You're gonna fucking eat pizza? What's wrong with you? What are you, Italian? Is it your culture? You piece of shit? Jesus. Pizza? Do you not know how many millions of people are harmed by pizza each year? Maybe you should open your eyes. You fucking non-vegan piece of shit.
It's great that he's having
A lot of greens. I get usually double the meat. I usually get
What?
chicken or steak or maybe a mix.
Oh, no. I usually get double the meat.
Ah, great. Now you fucking did it, Dr. Mike. You just had to bring up the meat, dude. Okay? This girl looks like she's had double the meat, if you know what I mean. But, not on her food. I'm talking about penis.
So he's getting double the amount of dead bird and dead bovine muscle tissue, because that's what it is. You're eating the muscle tissue of these dead animals. Doesn't sound so great, does it? You know, because it's not. And, you know, red meat especially is classified as a class 2 carcinogen. So he's eating that for lunch. Like, I don't understand how he hasn't educated himself.
It comes down to personal choices. Why do you care so much what other people eat? And why can't you just be proud of your own accomplishments? Why do you have to diminish other people's? Why is it not enough to just say, hey, I'm very proud of myself, I'm a vegan, I lower my impact on the earth, I help, you know, I don't torture animals, but that's not enough for you, okay? Instead, you have to demean, attack, depersonalize, and shit on anyone who ever eats meat just to show your superior knowledge. We're going to go straight into the part where we go after other women. You know what I mean? The other creatures on the earth, you need to take them down, okay? Because if any other women outshine you, it means that your nutrition's not being shown enough, okay? People don't get that you're the superior human because you eat better. You know? Kylie Jenner is a piece of shit, dude. Duh. She's not full vegan. She drinks bone tea.
So the first thing I eat or drink.
Before we go on, like, I mean, she's only 22. I am actually shocked that how mature she looks for 22, and it's because of all this surgery. You know, it really saddens me to see these girls just really, you know, pumping up their lips, just, you know, really having so much surgery on their faces that by the time they're my age, by the time they're 40, they're going to be looking like they're sucking on a lemon all day.
I'm so ashamed, and it saddens to see them not live into their natural beauty. Shut the fuck up. Why do you care? Okay? Once again, why you gotta badmouth other people that don't have the same experience as you? Just because they have some sort of Botox or beauty treatment, okay? Not everybody was naturally born to the same spectrum. And some people are born underhanded, okay? And to demean every single one of them who go through any sort of struggle and get some sort of ulterior beauty enhancement, to just call them fake or vogue or they're this, and I'm so saddened by them. It's so demeaning, and you're such a slimy slimeball piece of shit, okay? Doesn't matter what they do. It's their choice. So once again, why am I so surprised by her not being so, you know, understanding and tearing down these women? Because this is a girl who came up from a drug addiction and from being a stripper and had to build her way back up. You think that somebody who came from such a low point in her life and had such a, you know, the rocks thrown on her, she understood what the bottom ground is, would be more sympathetic to other people. Maybe drop the vitriol attitude, the I know everything, and quit tearing down other creators and quit, you know, just being yourself for 5 minutes. Just take a break. Be someone else, you know, someone better than you. So as I brought up before in the video, I make jokes about her credentials. Of course, I don't myself have education in these fields, and I don't claim to. I'm not sitting here trying to show you some cookbook or lifestyle guru. I'm not trying to body shame you because you're not following my ideals, okay? So before the video comes back in my face and everybody says, well, you're not this, I never claimed to be, okay? I just find it funny that someone who is so dedicated and so just mean and narrated in the way that they go about this stuff, and is so sure of themselves. They're so full of themselves and committed to themselves, and they claim to be so much higher than everyone else in the nutrition field, and that they're one of the only lifestyle and dietary YouTubers that tells the truth. Why you have so little education in it.
And that's why I have the healthy results that I do. Because I didn't stop until I found the answer. And I knew it wasn't in some industry-funded, government-sponsored course. So I enrolled in college and was doing Certificate 3 in dietary practices, but pulled out because it was just unacceptable. You know, my teacher was obese. You know, even back then, because I'd already been studying nutrition, I knew that this was not right. And I didn't want a part of it. I was over it, but I finished the nutrition component of the course and I got out of there. I didn't want to spend my time memorizing misinformation, because that's basically what you're doing. You're just chant learning and just repeating like a parrot. If it's misinformation, it is misinformation. So next up, I went to a naturopathic school in the city of Sydney. And I went with my mum. Okay, so my mum can verify all of this. It was very disappointing. Okay, so when we walked in, all we saw was women, which was great. I love working with women, but they were ranging from obese to morbidly obese. And I was going there inquiring about a nutrition course. This was meant to be about nutrition. So clearly these women did not know about nutrition. Okay, don't try and teach me nutrition if you are obese or morbidly obese. It is not going to happen. Okay, so the actual director of the institute, she was morbidly obese.
Every time you're going to see a nice scapegoat too, twice when trying to explain why she dropped out, it's because someone's heavyset and she can't learn anything from them. Yeah, it sounds like bullshit to me, if I've ever heard bullshit. I think you're just finding a reason why you don't believe these things and you decide to drop out because you want so badly to be the contrarian and to prove your point and that your lifestyle is the way to go, that you can't take any of this formal training into consideration and incorporate it into a better dietary plan. It's wrong immediately because she's fat. Once again, there's your scapegoat. Bullshit. Drop out. There's a lot more to this woman, and the reason that I believe that she's a dickhead, other than the fat shaming, the inability to consider anyone else's opinion, the shaming for veganism, the driving people away from veganism, the common misinformation that she's spreading on the YouTube platform, telling everyone else they're wrong. Let's not also forget that she was sued by another YouTuber. I think it was the Bikini Girl. There was another case too, where a teenager, she was a makeup guru, Taya Castellano. I think it was like Tally Joy 18. Okay, this girl had cancer, and she was struggling with it. And after she had passed away, Dickhead Banana Freelee here decided that she was gonna say she could have avoided passing away if she had given up the chemotherapy and instead became a vegan. So once again, it just shows your true colors. Okay? You have people who are grieving over this girl, who, from what I have seen, was a very nice girl, who was struggling, you know, and you just got to put your opinion in there. You can't just let something go and let the family and the fans have peace and just have their moment of solace. You have to throw in that they're wrong. You have to push your ideals again. You have to push your misinformation to just drop out of chemotherapy and become a vegan instead. Let me tell you that doesn't work. Everybody has different results. Me personally, I have had experience with people who have had cancer and went through chemotherapy. I see what it does, and I've seen what cancer does to people. And to just say that, oh, well, she wouldn't have died if she did this, you're a true piece of shit. There are little words to describe how much of a piece of shit I think you are, other than just letting people know exactly what you did so they can understand the spectrum and you know. And the little bit of backlash that she caught, she gave some half-assed excuse or something like that, which they always do. But you know, at the end of the day, it didn't matter because she, in her mind, probably proved her point, pushed her ideals, you know, converted everybody. Not to mention, this girl also went on to make a joke, not even a joke, saying that there were people who died in 9/11 because of morbidly obese people. And if they were skinnier, they could have fit through and they wouldn't have obstructed the other people into dying. So once again, taking a tragedy, something that's really sad for people and really bad for people, and formatting it to her ideals so she can push her narrative and make people, I guess she thinks in some way that they will conform and come to her side, and not realizing it just makes you so unlikable that you drive people away from veganism and trying to ever understand your dietitian formula because you're a piece of shit. Her character's all around just shitty, but she takes this high and mighty angle that she's so much better, veganism, this, that she can preach down to people and tell them why they're fat, tell them why she's ashamed of them for having surgery. I mean, if I've never seen someone that deserves the dickhead of the week, I really think this one's it.